Hi, it's Lee from ColouringQueen.net, and today I want to show you my Tombow Erogeton coloured pencils. Now, Erogeton is Japanese for dictionary, and these are set out in a dictionary style, so they look like little books. Within each of these packets, there's 30 coloured pencils, and they've all got a different name, like Rainforest or something like that. But in each of the little books, there's 10 pencils in each and 30 in a packet. All up, there's 90 in the whole set. Now, what makes these pencils different from any other pencil is that they work tonally together. So basically what that means is that anything in this box should, colour-wise, work together. So if you're not sure about your colours, then you just pick up any box and you can be confident that those colours will all work together. Within the set, each set of 10 pencils within the box all works tonally together. So if I just wanted to use a few pencils on a picture and I wasn't sure what colours, I could just pick up this box and know that every colour in here will tonally work together. So it's all going to look nice at the end. If I wanted to use lots of colours, I could pick up the entire 30 set and use all of those colours with confidence, knowing that they're all going to tonally work well together. So that's what makes them super unique. There's only 90 in the whole set, and each little box is 30 pencils, each contained in these little booklets of 10. So these all work tonally together, and they come pre-sharpened with this lovely enamel barrel. So the enamel, white enamel there, and the barrel colour is really very similar to the pigment colour, which is really unusual. They've got the name and the number printed in silver on them. So this is Mulberry and it's D9. And within each box it tells you whether it's a deep tone, a pale tone, or a vivid, or whatever else it might have. So you know D9, it's deep, and you can also see the actual name of it. And unusually, this barrel colour is pretty well the same as the actual pigment colour, which is really unusual. Now they do have this little band that wraps around them to keep them nice and secure within the packet. So these are the vivid tones. Look how lovely and bright they are. There's some great colours there. Now you can also buy a replacement open stock on the Tombow website and sometimes on Amazon and places like that, but they tend to be more expensive. So you can buy them individually, one at a time, or you can buy them in a blister pack of 5 or 10, and I think there's some other size blister packs as well. So these are the pale tone. So we've got our 30 little pencils there. We know that this set all works tonally together, and on the back of each packet it shows you the colours and in which volume they appear. This is from the Rainforest volume. So then we've got our other volume, which has got a pale, a deep tone and a light greyish tone in this set. And again, the same thing applies. And also in each packet you'll also find a little printed colour chart as well, showing you the 90 colours and what they look like and which volume they can be found in. So we've got this one, and these are our lovely little pale pastels. So we've got rose pink, we've got apricot, straw yellow, And all the little names are on those barrels as well, and they all come pre-sharpened like that. Now I have used some of mine, so some of them you might notice may need sharpening. And so then this of course is a deeper tone, so you could use all these deep tones on one picture, or you could use a deep and a pale and the greyish tones on a picture, knowing that all of those colours will coordinate together. Now this is our set of greys. So we've got these lovely light grey tones. So if you were doing a picture and you're looking for a light, a mid colour and a dark colour, it's super easy because these pencils are divided like that into light, mid and darker colours in each set. So if you're not good at choosing colours like me, this is really helpful. And then our last packet is this one. And you can buy these one dictionary box at a time, or you can buy the whole set of 90, or you can buy them in the sets of 5 and just see if you like them or not. Now these are the neons, or the fluorescents as they call, and these actually, you can see the colours under a black light, so they'll give off that lovely fluorescent colour. They're really bright. And then we've got our pale tone from that same series, and these are super pale, and it's called Very Pale, and they've got some great little names like Opal Green and Lupine and Verbena. And then we've got our dull tones, and again all set out there, looking very beautiful, pre-sharpened, and they just look so elegant and pretty. And the nice barrel shape is really easy to hold. Plus the advantage of that barrel colour being the same as the pigment, or very close to it, makes it so much easier to choose a pencil. Now you may have noticed when we went through those pencils that you didn't see one particular pencil, which was the white pencil. And that's because in the set of 90, which is the complete set, there actually is no white pencil. So I purchased the set of 24 recycled pencils that Tombow also makes. Now these are slightly different colours from in here, but if you wanted to test out to see if you liked them or not, this is a budget solution. The colours are not the same as appears in these sets, but they're similar, and they're quite reasonably priced. You can get them in a set of 12 or 24, and they don't have the lovely enamel barrel or anything like that, but they're still a very nice pencil. This is a recycled wood, and the reason that I bought this set of 24 was because it has the all-important white pencil. So if you're used to blending or tinting with a white pencil, you could either buy one open stock, or you could just buy the set of recycled pencils like I did, just to get the white pencil, or you could just use any other white pencil. Now these are wax-based, so when they're wax-based, you can also use any other wax-based blender pencil with them. So I've used my Prismacolor blender pencil with mine, and it works perfectly fine because Prismacolor is also wax-based. The other thing is Tombow's products are designed to work well together. So if you use the Tombow markers, you can also blend with the Tombow blender pen, and you can use that to blend your pencils with. So that's a little tip for those that have that Tombow blender pen. If you don't, you can also buy the blender pen separately. I have about 3 of these that I use with other different products, because you can blend with it as well. So I'll just show you the colour swatch. So here's the colour swatch that I did for the set of 90. So you can see in the Rainforest volume, which is volume 1. We've got these lovely little light colours, and volume 2 in each set. You can see some of them, when they say very pale, they certainly mean very, very pale, because they are super pale. And then some of them down here in the final volume 3. Now, I printed this out on copy paper. You're not meant to use copy paper with the Tombow pencils. You're meant to use a product like Canson paper or something like that. If you look on the FAQ on their website, you'll see their recommended paper sources. So often people have problems blending pencils and things like that, and it's because they're not using the recommended paper. Now, for the recycled set of 24 pencils, you can see my colour swatch for them over here. So there's some nice colours in the set of 24 as well. And that's, you know, not that expensive either for those pencils. Now, I'll just show you on the Tombow website, they've got some things that you can print out to practice on. So using the Rainforest volume, which is this set over here with the Kingfisher on it, I've coloured in these. So from the pale tone set, I did this little lantern over here. Now this is printed on Canson paper. So remember, they don't recommend copy paper or trade stock paper. And so this is the pale tone and what it looks like when it's coloured in. Now this one was done in the vivid tone, which is this set. So you can see how that looks. And then the last one was, of course, done in the deep tone, which is this set of colours. And you can see what they look like coloured in. And they were all blended over into the paper with my Prismacolor blender pencil. So just this set of 10 was used on this picture. Just this set of 10 was used on this picture. And just this set of 10 was used on the pale ones. So one of the great things about using the correct paper with the product and doing, you know, basically what they tell you to with how to use it, is that you can also add highlights on your paper or on your work using the Tombow sand eraser. Now this is my favourite eraser out of all the ones that I have, and I've got one that was hugely expensive to get shipped from the US to Australia, and this is still my favourite. You can buy these in singles or a twin pack. I bought the twin pack only because it's so expensive to get things sent from the US here. And if you use the correct paper, you can use your sand eraser to put in highlights. If you don't use the correct paper or you're just using copy paper, you could actually tear the paper because this is a really strong eraser. So where we've got that pale blue, you can see I've taken some off here. I might go through and take a little bit more off over here. So instead of just putting white on there, you can just erase it out. And of course, if you get too excited and over erase, you can always colour it back in. But if you just want to add some highlights, you can easily do that. So you can see how simple it is to rub out if you're using the correct paper. Now, out of all the sets, I found that the vivid tone was the sort of hardest to blend, whereas the pale and the deeper tones went on super smooth and easily. That could have, you know, just been me, might have been just having a bad day, but it seemed that these ones were just a little bit harder to inch out the colour on. So you can see how you can just rub those highlights in.
Just using the sand eraser. And this will also rub out ink, and it's a really good eraser. I usually find when I can't get things out with any other product, this is the one that always does the trick. But if you were using a sand eraser on copy paper, it'd have to be only like a small thing that you're rubbing out, otherwise you could easily tear through the paper.
Now, one thing I will say about the pencils is that they last a long time without needing to sharpen them. I haven't needed to sharpen mine as yet, so I completed all of those pictures without sharpening them at all. So we'll find a pencil that needs to be sharpened so we can give it our final test. Now, my favourite sharpener is always my Staedtler one. It's the cheapest one that I own, and for some reason it's my favourite. Fits really easily into the small hole, and you get this lovely continuous wood shaving from it. Now I could go and sharpen that finer if I wished to get a lovely point on it like that. So super easy to sharpen. The wood comes off very easily, doesn't split or fragment, and you've got that gorgeous barrel. And with our recycled pencils, if you don't want to go the whole hog and buy the set of 90, you can always test out with these ones. And these ones are, just as nice. They're the same company, and they go on just as easily. They're also easy to rub out as well. Now, this sand razor is so strong that it'll even rub out the ink if you're not careful with it. And these ones also sharpen super easily as well. They've got a recycled wood on them. And with these ones, the tip is just coloured with the colour, and you can actually see the barrel and see how lovely and scented it is. And they sharpen like a dream, again in my Staedtler. And they're lovely and creamy and waxy, so if you just wanted to give them a try, and these are way cheaper than the blister packs of 5 or 6 that Tomboy has for the Erogeton ones, which are the white enamelled ones. I do believe that the actual pencil is the same, the inner part of it, it's just the barrel that's different. So you can always buy this set and see if you like them or not, but they go on super easy. They're wax based, so you can use them with your Prismacolors. You can use it with the Tomboy odorless colourless blender to blend in, and they're slightly harder than the Prismacolors, so they're not as soft. So if you live in a humid area, that might be advantageous to you, because sometimes the Prismacolors can start to get a little bit waxy and melty in really hot conditions. The other thing is that I noticed, although they're wax based, they don't have as much wax bloom on them as my Prismacolors. But again, it all comes down to the paper that you use. So make sure you look at the FAQ section on Tomboy's website for their recommended paper. I used Canson paper for these pictures, and for the colour swatches I used copy paper, which is not recommended at all. Thing is, of course, that the recycled ones aren't allocated tonally, they're just 24 pencils. But there is a nice range there. You've got your yellows, browns, pinks, greens, purples, and even a silver and a gold, which in the set of 90 there are no metallics either. So the set of 90 doesn't have a white and it doesn't have the metallics, although it does have those fluorescent ones that you can see under a black light as well. So that's it for our lovely Tomboy recycled pencils and our Tomboy dictionary pencils. Until next time, happy colouring.